Today's topic is mainly ovarian cyst, this specimen. I will teach just related to this specimen. Any ovarian tumor of different types that I will discuss, but mainly we will focus on this mucinous and serous. Normal ovary size is around 4 into 3 into 3 centimeter. Endogenous hormonal production is there, and there is exogenous substances including the OC, GnRH, agonist regulation medication may affect the size. And normal what estrogen and progesterone secreted from the ovary. There are normal endogenous hormonal and exogenous substances that we take by orally or by injection. This is the histology of the ovary. This is the epithelium. These are the follicles, and this is the mature follicle, and this is the oocyte. This is the oocyte. These are the theca and granulosa cells. Theca and granulosa cell, and this is the stroma. Okay, in between this is stroma, or what we call it as antrum. This is stroma. This is oocyte or germ cell, and surrounding this is the epithelium, or from this can arise the epithelial cell tumor. If from tumor arises from this germ cell or oocyte, that is germ cell tumor, and if the tumor arises from the stroma, that is stromal or sex cord tumor, connecting tissue. It's connecting tissue. Okay, this is the primary follicles, then this is the secondary follicle, this is the mature follicle, and after maturation the ovum is released, ovulated oocyte, and then this is the developing corpus luteum, and this is the corpus luteum. Okay, when the ovulation already occurred, these are the granulosa cell, and theca cells, and this is the mesoovarium or the blood vessels, and these are the primordial follicles, and this is the ovarian ligament which connects the ovary to the uterus. If the tumor arises from the epithelium, this area, epithelium, this is known as epithelial ovarian cancer. If the tumor arises from the stroma, that is the theca cell, granulosa cell or fibroma, that is the stromal cancer, or also known as sex cord tumor. Germ cell means ki arises from the oocyte, germ cells, okay, oocytes. Starts in the egg cells, these tumors are very rare, making up to 2% of the ovarian cancer. Occurs in young women and girls. Germ cell mostly occurs in young women and girls, children, okay. Stromal premenopausal age group, and epithelial premenopausal plus most menopausal. Age is more. Here children or young women, these are the middle-aged women or premenopausal. This is premenopausal or postmenopausal, aged women, 60 plus, 50 plus age. Epithelial cell types are serous cell tumor, mucinous tumor, or mucinous cyst, serous cyst. These are different types, benign and cancerous. Benign is serous cyst adenoma, and if that is cancerous, that is cyst adenocarcinoma. Just add carcinoma. And endometrioid or transitional cell cancer. Okay, stromal tumor is granulosa cell tumor, granulosa theca cell tumor, or separated granulosa cell tumor, or thecoma, or many times granulosa theca cell tumor is also there, Sertoli Leydig cell tumor is there, and fibroma comes under this stromal tumor category. That is, stromal means ki sex cord tumor, also known as sex cord tumor. Germ cell tumors, under this comes the yolk sac tumor, or also known as नहीं, teratoma, teratoma is dermoid, yes. Dysgerminoma, choriocarcinoma, embryonal carcinoma. Okay. These are the different functional type. Most common are the follicular cyst, corpus luteal cyst, theca lutein cyst. Okay. Inflammatory. These all three are functional. It can resolve on its own or conservative treatment. Inflammatory, tuber-ovarian abscess due to infection and inflammation. Others are the endometrioma, which we commonly encounter in endometriosis. Neoplastic can be germ cell, benign teratoma, dermoid cyst, epithelial serous cyst adenoma, mucinous cyst adenoma, Brenner tumor, fibroma, thecoma. fibroma comes under the stromal cell, 6-cord tumor. Okay, and thecoma also comes under this 6-cord tumor, not under epithelial. In epithelial only these categories, these three comes: serous, mucinous, Brenner. Functional ovarian cysts are follicular cyst, copper luteal cyst, theca lutein cyst, tumors of the pregnancy. By far the most common clinically detectable enlargement of the ovary in the reproductive areas. It is very common. Okay, functional ovarian. Okay? This names only says this is functional. All are normally benign and asymptomatic. This is a follicular cyst. Cystic follicle is defined as the follicular cyst of diameter more than 3 cm. It is the most common functional cyst, rarely larger than 8 cm, very rarely. Normally it is less than 5 cm only, follicular cyst. Lined by granulosa cell, found incidentally on pelvic region, because there is no symptom. This is mostly incidental finding. Or we are doing ultrasound for other symptom, we incidentally find this cyst. May rupture or toss occasionally, causing pain and peritoneum only when size is more. If size is less, they will never cause pain or torsion. This is the simple cyst. What is the finding in ultrasound? It is anechoic. Anechoic means blackish. Okay, smooth thin wall. This is not irregular. This is regular or smooth. Okay, there is no internal flow on Doppler. When we will apply the color Doppler, there is no vascularity inside this. Posterior caustic enhancement is there because it is clear fluid. Below is the example simple cysts. These are usually follicular cysts that have not ruptured and filled with fluid. Why it is anechoic? Because it is filled with clear fluid. These are rarely malignant and most will resolve on its own in 1 to 2 months. Corpus luteal cyst, less common than the follicular cyst, may rupture leading to hemoperitoneum. Many times patient comes in emergency with severe pain abdomen and there is history of many times amenorrhea, and when we do per abdomen examination, there is severe tenderness. Many times when we do UPT, we suspect that it is ectopic. We will do UPT by suspecting ectopic. This might be ectopic, just mimic ectopic pregnancy. Why there is tenderness? Because hemoperitoneum is there. Because it is rupture is there, hemoperitoneum is the irritation. Patient will be in lot of pain. There will be pallor, or because there is already hemorrhage due to rupture of the cyst. Patient may be pale. The tender abdomen, all mimics the rupture ectopic pregnancy. But when we do UPT or urinary pregnancy test, that will be negative. So it is very common corpus luteal cyst rupture. It may lead to hemoperitoneum requiring surgical management. Likewise, when we do surgical management for the ectopic pregnancy, salpingo-oophorectomy, likewise in this case, we have to remove the cyst or cystectomy and drain the hemoperitoneum, suction of the hemoperitoneum. More in patient taking anticoagulant or with bleeding diastasis, because it is not that common. Many times we get patient like this in emergency. Unruptured cyst may cause pain because of bleeding into the enclosed ovarian cyst. This copulated because there is hemorrhage inside the cyst, it is reddish or blackish, and it is not clear. This is not anechoic. There is some hyperechoic areas. Okay. Here it is hyperechoic. Hyperechoic means whitish. Whitish area is there. This is anechoic. Black means anechoic. So this is, you might suspect this is cancerous, or this is not regular margin. So this is, if there is no other symptom or complaint, or tumor markers are less and size of the cyst is very small, then this is most commonly hemorrhagic cyst or corpus luteal cyst. This one is very common. Normal corpus luteal cyst appears as a cystic mass with thick granulation of the wall and peripheral blood flow, or the ring of fire appearance. Okay. This is the normal corpus luteal cyst. There will be proper blood flow around this. That's why ring of fire appearance. When you apply color Doppler, this rounds we will see. Diffuse the thick wall, peripheral blood flow, size less than 3 cm, internal echoes may be there. These are the internal echoes, whitish areas, and terminated appearance may be there. Theca lutein cyst किसमें मिलता है ये? किस कंडीशन में मिलता है? लास्ट टाइम क्या पढ़ाया था? मोलर pregnancy. Okay. This is somewhere associated with H mole or choriocarcinoma. These are least common, usually bilateral, result from overstimulation of the ovary by beta HCG, because there is hypersecretion of beta-CG in the molar pregnancy. That's why it can occur, thecal latent cyst, just because of overstimulation. And when we remove the molar tissue, or when suction is done, it automatically get reduced to normal size. We don't need to remove the cyst separately. Just we do suction evacuation, follow with beta-HCG, and after around 8 to 9 weeks, it will resolve on its own. Okay, we don't need to remove or do cystectomy in these cases. Magically, it will resolve. Result from do not commonly occur in normal pregnancy, often associated with H-mole, choriocarcinoma, multiple gestation. Normally, H-mole and choriocarcinoma may be quite large, up to 30 centimeters, multicystic, and regress spontaneously on its own after removal of the molar tissue. Very large. Okay. Now you will be tempted to remove. If you have seen this in during operation, you will be tempted to, I should remove this, but no, you will not touch this. It will resolve on its own. If when you have removed it molar tissue and beta-HCG falls, it will resolve on its own. It will come back to normal size. Okay. These are the cystic spaces, multiloculated. Management of the functions is mostly expectant management. Watchful waiting for 2 to 3 cycles is appropriate. Even we can give OCPs, combined oral contraceptive pills appear to be, many times we give it. Okay, should cyst persist, surgical management may be required. If the size increases or persists, then only surgical management is required. Usually, we just do expectant management most commonly, rarely OCPs, and very rarely surgical management. If size is less than, when any patient comes to you in OPD ki amar ultrasound cyst patient তোমাদের OPD তে আসবে বলবে কি ডক্টর স্যার আমার তো cyst এসছে আমার তো অপারেশন লাগবে lekin you have to see which type of cyst is there. Many nowadays very common PCOD is very common. You will not advise surgery for PCOD, so you have to see which type of cyst is there. You will ask the patient আচ্ছা বসো আমি দেখি কি রিপোর্ট আছে না আছে এক্সামিন করি তার বাদে বলবো cyst. Just because there is cyst, you don't need operation for every cyst. Okay, main gist is this. If size is less than 5 centimeter, it is most likely physiological. Okay, or if the age, you will see the age of the patient. Patient age is very in young age, 20s, 80s, and size is very less. And ultrasound it is anechoic, so mostly it is functional cyst. Most commonly, functional cyst size is around 3 to 4 centimeter. It will resolve on its own. 5 to 7 centimeter. Then we have to need to get the follow-up by doing yearly USG. Okay, or here in OPD basis we ask the patient to get 6 monthly USG, not yearly, 6 monthly USG. If size is more than 7 centimeter or 8 centimeter, require further imaging. Further follow-up is required. We will do further imaging, means MRI, CT scan may be required. We will do surgical tumor marker will be done. And which type of cyst is this? Huh? I will tell you. This is the inflammatory tuberoovarian abscess. This commonly occurs in PID. Okay, this you don't need to go in detail. And hydrosalpinx is associated with tuberoovarian mass. Endometrium of ovary, but this is very common in OPD basis in endometriosis. The picture will mimic as of a malignancy case. There will be large cysts, there will be anechoic and hypechoic areas, irregular, it will be irregular, and many times the tumor marker. What tumor marker normally we do for any cyst, ovarian cyst? CA125. That will be raised in this case also, but it is not cancerous. Okay. That's why it is very confusing. Most of the time it mimics cancer. Most common site of involvement of the ovary endometriomas are pseudocysts formed by the invagination of the ovarian cortex coelobe by adhesions. They may completely replace normal ovarian tissue. Cyst wall are usually thick and fibrotic. Malignant transformation is very rare, 0.3 to 0.8%. Management is medical or surgical. Here in USG, anechoic cyst or cyst with diffuse low level internal echoes to solid appearing masses may be there. This is a chocolate cyst. Okay, this is the content of the chocolate cyst, that is blood or this brownish fluid. This is the chocolate cyst. It is not clear, it is not anechoic, it is heterogeneous appearance of the cyst. Benign ovarian tumors, serous cystadenoma, mucinous cystadenoma, dermoid cyst, fibroma, thecoma, Brenner tumor. You can't tell by just gross examination. You have to do, you can only confirm on only doing histopathological examination. Confirmation will be done only that. If examiner asks you what is this, you will never say confirm that this is serous or mucinous. You will say it may be this, it may be that, and it will be confirmed on histopathological examination. When we do HP examination under microscope, then only that will be confirmed, not by cross examination. Okay. Serous cystadenoma, this is generally benign, bilateral only 10% of cases. This is usually unilateral. Risk of malignancy is 5 to 10%. Borderline malignant, and 20 to 25% malignant. That is most commonly it is malignant. Okay, most commonly among the three, epithelial, germ cell, and your which stromal cell, your sex cord. Among the three, this is epithelial cell tumor is the most common causing cancer. Cancer most commonly occurs in epithelial cell tumor. Among epithelial, serous is the most common cause. 20 to 25% is malignant. Gross is multilocular with papillary components. This is multilocular, this specimen. This is multilocular, okay. But there is no papillary component in this. Microscopic low columnar epithelium with cilia, cachexis, semoma bodies are seen. What are semoma bodies? Have you seen in pathology? Must have studied ना? Pathology तो हो गया तुम लोग का? पढ़ा है? कैसा होता है? कुछ याद आ रहा है. End products of regeneration of papillary implants are found. These are called, these are the characteristics. In your MCQ, NEET MCQ, especially this question is very common. Semoma bodies is found in. There will be many options. It is found in many other conditions also. There will be except one, or found in which type of ovarian tumor, so you will mark serous cystadenoma. Okay, semoma bodies. Serous. Serous means semoma bodies. Because S is there, this is just mnemonic. S is there, this is serous cystadenoma. Okay. Associated fibrosis may lead to cyst adenofibroma, but it is very rare. This serous cyst, very large. It may be multilocular, unilocular also. Mostly it is not that commonly multilocular. Multiloculation is less as compared to mucinous. Okay, locules may be less in number, like 3, 4, 5. In mucinous there will be multiple locules in mucinous. This is mucinous. You can see this locules, and the content will be serous, clear serous fluid. Okay. The mucinous and serous are mainly differentiated according to the content. What fluid is the content? And this is the USG examination. Acha, what will be the symptom? What will the complaint patient will present with? बोलो, क्या complaint patient लेके आएगा? हाँ? Swelling, lump, abdomen, or vague, dull pain. Usually, because it is cancerous, because you have to know कि ovarian cancer if patient postmenopausal patient लेके आ रहा है, तो mostly that is asymptomatic for many years. There is no symptom. That's why when patient presents to you having any type of ovarian cancer, they present to after stage 2. Okay, in very late stage, because there is no symptom. There might be dull aching pain, because its size increases, so might have abdominal lump, but that is very less common. And then pressure symptoms, there are urinary symptoms, that is hesitancy in urination, there is pressure over the ureter or kidney, then pressure symptom might be there. Okay, or increased micturition if pressure is on the bladder. Okay, there will be some vague symptoms, because it is mostly in early stages it is asymptomatic. क्या हुआ, क्या बात कर रहे हो? What happened? কি কথা বলছো? Symptom বলো। हैं? Symptom बोलो। Ovarian tumor की symptom नहीं आशु patient, serous cystadenoma or cystadenocarcinoma. What will be the complaints of the patient? 1 2 3 के कंप्लेंट बोलो. Dull abdomen pain. हैं? अभी तो डिस्कस हुआ. हाँ? Abdominal lump or abdominal distension. Menstruation very rare. No, not commonly. Or fascia symptoms. If any mass is present in the abdomen, there will be fascia symptoms. So these are the symptoms, but these are usually asymptomatic. That's why they grow so large and patient presents very late. And we are not able to just diagnose it in early stages. Normally, you must have heard कि patient का अभी जब diagnose हुआ stage 3-4 पहुंच गया है ना? So normally it is diagnosed very late because this normally asymptomatic. So this is serous. This is on USG. This is normally anechoic or there will be septations. This is on MRI. This is the serous cyst. This is the serous cyst. These are the Semoma bodies. This is bluish or purplish, bluish. These are Semoma bodies. These are peculiar for this serous cyst adenocarcinoma of the ovary. Okay. These are papillary projections. These are low columnar and the malignant forms being more frequent in the later life. 25% are malignant. Now coming on to mucinous. This is mucinous cyst adenoma. This is actually carcinoma, but you can't say by selling this specimen because solid areas are here lower down. Okay, and what you can see is clear area. There is no projections, no solid areas in front of you. That's why you can't tell by this. So you have to just describe the gross appearance. You will not confirm say this is cystadenoma, adenocarcinoma, or this is mucinous or serous. You can't differentiate just by doing seeing the specimen. Okay. Mucinous, these become huge ones. These are much larger than the serous. Mucinous become much larger. Normally 20 centimeter, 30 centimeter भी जा सकते हैं, ठीक है. और serous is larger but less compared to mucinous. These grow much larger as compared to the serous. Okay. Gross, round to ovoid masses with smooth capsule. Here you can see there is smooth capsule. These are usually translucent bluish to whitish gray. Whitish gray smooth capsule है बिल्कुल. Interior divided by the discrete septa into loculi containing clear viscid or mucinous fluid. These are the multiple septations. You can see multiple septations are there here, here, and a lower down is the solid area. You can't see over here in the back side. You can see solid areas is there. Okay. Microscopy epithelium is tall, pale, staining, cracking, basal nuclei, and goblet cells. Only 5 to 10% are malignant. This is less commonly malignant as compared to the serous. Serous is more commonly malignant. These develop above the age of 40 years normally. Acha, one is what I told you, pseudomyxoma peritoni. In mucinous tumors, if treated with mucinous ascites, it is also known as pseudomyxoma peritoni. ये बहुत common question है in your MCQ. ठीक है? Pseudomyxoma peritoni is treated which type of cyst? The mucinous cyst. Okay? Or only 5% are malignant. These are much larger than the serous tumor. They are smooth surfaces with characteristic multiloculation containing thick viscid gelatinous fluid. These are the mucinous cyst. This matches this picture. Okay? This clear or smooth lining. Okay? And these are the tall columnar epithelium with the basal nuclei and goblet cells. Basal nuclei is there. These are the USG picture. Achha, what are the investigations? You have done symptoms. समझ आ गए क्या क्या symptom लेके आएगा patient. Science में क्या करोगे? Examine करोगे. You will examine the patient. You will do per abdomen examination. You will do PV examination. Okay. On per abdomen you will see the mass. So whenever you have read any case study in the surgery, any lump abdomen. Lump abdomen first क्या होगा? पहले inspection करोगे. Patient लेटा हुआ है. You will stand on the right side. You will take consent. Ask the name, details of the whatever you have done in history. On examination, I am going for the abdominal examination. You have done general examination completed. I am focusing on the abdominal examination. First, देखोगे patient inspection of the abdomen. If there is swelling, If you can mark demarcation of the swelling on just inspection, you are not touching the patient at that point, you are doing the inspection. Any particular marks are there, if patient was previously pregnant, striatum might be there, just stitch marks may be there, their previous surgery scar mark, like previous infant steel scar may be there, appendicectomy scar may be there, any longitudinal scar may be there, previous laparotomy. Then you will ask the patient what surgery was done previously, any mark of cholecystectomy or gallbladder removal, stone removal. So you will see any surgical mark, or any if you lump, you can see distinctly. Many times lipoma is present on the skin, you will write the details about that. Then coming on to the palpation part. Palpation, you will just if large, suppose this patient is of mucinous or serous, large ovarian tumor is there, then you will first start from the leafy-sternum, like you do in pregnancy patient. You will start from leafy-sternum, reach the resistance, that is the upper margin of the tumor. Then you will use the both hands, then demarcate how large is the tumor. Suppose this is like 15 to 20 centimeter large, so it will be that big. Okay, so you can say according to when like we write details in the pregnancy patient की 20 weeks pregnancy is there, we write तो pregnancy patient मान लो 20 weeks का आया है तो क्या बोलोगे, 20 weeks pregnancy है. Likewise, we many times say in terms of weeks. If any lump abdomen is present, like fibroid uterus or ovarian tumor, then we say in according to lump. अभी ध्यान से सुन लो, ये बाद में उतना नहीं पढ़ाया जाएगा, तो ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, ये तुम्हारे सर्जरी में भी काम आएगा, गायनी में भी काम आएगा. You will say according to weeks, like 20 weeks mass is there, or uterus is around 20 weeks size. अगर तुमको confirm है कि that is uterus. If you are not confirmed, you will say 20 weeks size mass is there. Okay. Then mass margin is smooth or not. Surface is adhered to skin or not, or separate from skin. You can move it side. Skin can be moved side to side. Mass is mobile side to side, or mass is mobile up and down. Okay. Normally, if that is ovarian mass, you will not be able to move this up and down. Normally, it is movable side to side. If it is attached to uterus, normally, if then it is at you say यहाँ से attached है, ये ऐसा हो गया, ठीक है? तो अप एंड डाउन नॉर्मली नहीं मूव कर पाते हैं, वो साइड टू साइड मूव ऐसे से मूव कर जाएगा नॉर्मली, अगर बड़ा मास है तो, ठीक है. हो भी सकता है अप एंड डाउन, अगर ऐसा हुआ तो, ऐसा अटैच हुआ तो यूट्रस से, ठीक है. लेकिन नॉर्मली जब बड़ा हो जाता है मास तो ऐसा हो जाता है, ठीक है. तो देखोगे मूवमेंट क्या है, फर्स्ट देखोगे उसका एज मार्जिन क्या है, स्मूथ है, इरेगुलर है. अगर ओवेरियन रहा तो यू विल नॉट बी, कैंसरस रहा तो यू विल नॉट बी एबल टू मूव इट साइड टू साइड, इट विल नॉट बी मोबाइल. अगर इट विल बी कैंसरस तो इट माइट बी अडहेयर्ड, एडिशन में बी देयर, एंड यू विल नॉट बी एबल टू मूव साइड टू साइड. ओके, or it will be irregular, nodular feeling may be there. Then if you are able to palpate the uterus separately and the mass separately, that is a very great thing, but normally we are not able to distinguish on only doing per abdomen examination. That will be confirmed by doing PV examination. If the mass moves with uterus, that might be uterine mass. If that is moves separately from the uterus on the fornix, that will be ovarian mass. मतलब तुमने cervix जब move किया, mass is not moving, that means that is ovarian mass or para-ovarian mass, not attached to uterus, not directly arising from the uterus. अगर यूट्राइन फाइब्रॉइड है, ठीक है, बड़ा उतना ही बड़ा है, 20 वीक्स का है, तो क्या होगा, तुम जब सर्विक्स मूव करोगे, इट विल मूव. ओके, यू विल फील द मूवमेंट. तो ये दैट विल कंफर्म ऑन डूइंग पीवी एग्जामिनेशन. ओके, और बाकी on palpation you will see the tenderness, if the mass is tender or not. Usually it is not tender unless until torsion is there. If torsion is there or there is any rupture is there, you will not be able to poke your fingers. It will be tender on touch. There will be guarding rigidity. If hemiperitoneum is there, there will be guarding and rigidity. Whenever you will try to palpate the mass or the abdomen, she will wince with pain. Okay, there will be guarding and the abdomen will be tight, rigid, guarding and rigidity. It is a sign of peritonitis or hemiperitoneum. In surgical cases also, when there is perforation of the bowel, you will see guarding rigidity. You will not be able to palpate it. Patient कुछ करने नहीं देगा तुमको, इतना पेन हो रहा है patient. Just हाथ दोगे, patient will just shout with pain. Okay, that's why this finding, knowing this finding is very important in surgery also, gynae also. Okay. Then coming on to the per abdomen examination हो गया. Auscultation normally it is not as such important. Auscultation is important in off patient like pregnancy patient, when you will hear the heart sound. ऑस्कल्टेशन इज नॉट इम्पोर्टेंट इन ओवेरियन मासेस। ठीक है, ये हो गया। और एग्जाम में तुम लोग को अभी तो नहीं, बाद में लॉन्ग केस मिल सकते हैं ओवेरियन मास का, तुमको सब ये सब करना पड़ेगा, एग्जामिनेशन करना पड़ेगा। इसके डिफरेंट और भी वो है, तुम लोग को जब क्लिनिकल पोस्टिंग कोई केस आएगा तो दिखाएंगे तब। ठीक है, तो दिस इज द म्यूसिनस। एंड अच्छा, क्या इन्वेस्टिगेशन करोगे? एग्जामिनेशन हो गया, कंप्लेंट पूछ लिया, पेशेंट का हिस्ट्री ले लिया, अब इन्वेस्टिगेशन क्या करोगे? फर्स्ट इन्वेस्टिगेशन क्या होगा? यूएसजी, वेरी गुड। यूएसजी के बाद क्या होगा? नेक्स्ट ट्यूमर मार्कर। सबसे पहले बेसिक कराओगे, सीबीसी, तुम्हारा लिवर फंक्शन टेस्ट, ब्लड शुगर जो नॉर्मल है, नॉर्मल सब कराओगे। उसके बाद आएगा ट्यूमर मार्कर्स। व्हाट आर द ट्यूमर मार्कर्स? CA-125. So in these cases, serous and mucinous, the tumor marker is CA-125. Mucinous, huh? No, not in gynae. Not in gynae. Acha, this is mucinous cystadenoma in MRI. This is a mucinous cystadenoma. These are tall columnar cells. बस इतना ही। अच्छा, what are the management? मैनेजमेंट क्या करोगे? देखो ये सब ट्यूमर मार्कर है। जैसे दिस जम्बोनोमा में ट्यूमर मार्कर इज LDH, mainly LDH and SCG. AFP mainly we see LDH and SCG. These are the tumor markers. CA-125 was for serous and mucinous. And yolk sac tumor में क्या है ट्यूमर मार्कर? AFP. Okay, tumor marker is AFP. Here the characteristic microscopic structure is shivered dolival bodies. These are yolk sac, like yolk. एक yolk जैसे होता है ना, जैसे तुमने एक तोड़ा, जैसे egg yolk होता है, that's why its name is yolk sac tumor or endodermal sinus tumor. Shivered dolival bodies, AFP is the tumor marker, and it occurs mainly in younger age group, or in fact in children. Embryonal cell carcinoma, SCG and AFP is the tumor marker. Tumor marker means कि we want to know which type of cancer or ovarian cancer is there, because before doing surgery you have to confirm this is malignant or benign, which type of surgery you will go for. And nowadays frozen section is also done. When we are doing we have done laparotomy, we just took out some part of the tissue, and microscopic examination is being done by the pathologist. When he said this is appears malignant, then you will go for extensive surgery, like you will do lymph node biopsy, you will do omentectomy, you will do extensive THBSO or the type 4 or type 5 hysterectomy. Okay? That depends on the surgery, depends on the type of cancer or tumor. Trukenberg tumor, this specimen is there in our museum. This is, I will tell you in later classes. I don't need to know right now. There is normally abdominal distension, dyspepsia, dull aching pain, sudden weight loss in case of cancer. And edema may be there, anemia may be there, abnormal lump may be there, ascites may be there. अच्छा, CA-125 cases में और elevated रहता है. CA-125 is the antigen found in the fetal embryonic and coelomic epithelium in adults. It is found in the mesothelium cells of pleura, pericardium, tubal, endometrial, endocervical and ovary. That's why it is also found in CA endometrium, CA colon, endometriosis, in many patients of fibroid patient, PID, pregnancy and menstruation. Okay, that's why it is not specific, but we can follow up the patient with CA-125. That's why it is very important. Normal level क्या होता है CA-125 का? Less than 30. If more than 30, that is abnormal. And these two are the main modality, CA-125 and ultrasound scanning. And other tumor markers, CA, CA19-9, your LDH, AFP, beta SCG are the other tumor markers. By doing that, we can differentiate which type of tumor is this. Okay. Management. In borderline tumor or benign tumor, we normally do unilateral oophorectomy. Just we will remove the cyst or the one side ovary. We will leave. If patient is, suppose patient is nulliparous, she's just married, you will not remove both side ovary, you will not do TH based on that patient, you want to preserve the fertility. So you have to keep in mind ki what is the age group of the patient, if family is completed or not, what is the age of the patient, keeping that in mind. In fact, if there is cancer in young patient, suppose 14 years patient, then also we try to preserve the uterus. Okay, even if we had to remove ovaries, we will keep some part of ovary, remove the rest of it, and keep the uterus. Unless until there is metastasis and other, then only we will remove this, because life is more important than fertility. If there is metastasis and all things, we will obviously remove the uterus and ovaries. But most of the cases, if there is no metastasis, then we try to save it. In stage 1 epithelial tumor, we will do THBSO or total abdominal hysterectomy, but bilateral salpingo-oophorectomy plus lymph node sampling. In stage 2 is there, or stage 2 or above, we will do THBSO and chemotherapy. There are different types of chemotherapy. In advanced cancer, where metastasis, there is stage 4 cancer, there we don't primarily do surgery. First we will do neoadjuvant chemotherapy, then cytoreductive surgery. We will do backward. For chemotherapy is given, then cytoreductive surgery is done after chemotherapy, when the tumor is reduced in size. Okay, this is the main bus. अच्छा, अब यहाँ पे देखो, ये इसका किसने बना दिया, ये तो हमारा cyst wall है. These are the loculation, multiple loculation are there. This is smooth, एकदम smooth. ये lower area is hard or irregular. This one. This is the this is the clear, having a clear fluid, and this is the cancerous part. If there is any projections or solid area, this is the solid area. Okay, in the lower part of the cyst. And by just seeing this, you will not confirmly say this is mucinous, but for your information, this is mucinous. Okay, and just only if this part is given and this part you don't have this part, then you will say this is might be benign. If you are able to see this part, solid area, then you will say it might be malignant. But always add on key that will be confirmed on histopathological examination. Okay. Or size is very large. It was larger than this. This is the shrunken version. Or normally when surgery is done, before the surgery, we suck out the fluid or the fluid inside the cyst to make the operation easier, because for removing such much large cyst, we have to cut the abdomen beyond Ziffy sternum, but that is not possible. We have that much area only. But normally we just reduce the size of the cyst by removing the internal content or the fluid. When the size is reduced, then we remove the cyst. Okay, that easy operation is much easier. But mind you have to keep in mind that you will not spill the content inside the abdomen. If there is no metastasis before the surgery, you might cause spillage of the content and metastasis. Okay, that's why we have to be very cautious during the surgery. You will not spill the content. Okay, that's why FNAC is not advised in ovarian cancer, because by doing FNAC, you might spill the content inside the abdomen or the skin or the passage. Earlier it was done, but nowadays we don't advise FNAC. We directly go for surgery, and that's for ES we do these tumor marker, MRI, CT scan. We take these help. We don't do FNAC or we don't do biopsy. Just taking a part of tissue we don't do in ovarian cancer. Either we will do surgery, we will not do surgery, or directly go for chemotherapy. Okay, there's different RMI score for the cancer score. According to the scoring, we will decide the management. Okay, that will be taught in different class. Or one important tumor is dermoid cyst. Dermoid cyst is very important, but we have one specimen that will be done in different class, but this was not that good. But for exam purpose, you need to know dermoid cyst. Okay, ये तो तुम लोग एग्जाम में रहेगा ही रहेगा कंफर्म. यहाँ